26, 2024. This hearing is being held as required by the provisions of the Chapter 131, Section 40 of the General Laws of the Commonwealth, and act relative to the protection of the wetlands as most recently amended. Notice of time and place of this hearing was published in the Fairhaven Neighborhood News on June 20th, 2024. It was also posted in the town clerk's office. Persons wishing to be heard will be called in the following order. This meeting is being audio and video recorded. First order of business, meeting mailed. MACC annual dues for fiscal year 2025. Review matters presented, votes may be taken. The members of this commission are part of MACC. They hold conferences, educational seminars, all that stuff, and they want their annual fee from us.
Which is? Yeah.
Which is $461. I think it's worth every penny.
Yeah, plus the two additional.
We do, this is for fiscal year 25.
Okay.
So we get
forward.
plus the two additional memberships, which it would be.
I think it's $60 a piece, so.
$60 a piece.
One for me and one when we get the new agent.
And for the agent, if they're not already a member.
Yep.
Okay, is there a motion to pay this bill?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
That's unanimous. Okay, new business. We have a public hearing, Matthew Moreta, 60 Lake Street, map 19, lot 33, 33A, and 33B. A request for determination was filed by Matthew Moreta for property located at 60 and 66 Lake Streets, map 19, lot 33, 33A, and 33B. The applicant proposes to construct a gravel driveway approximately 80 feet long and 12 feet wide, removal and revegetate the existing driveway connection between the two properties. Plan name is Site Plan 60 and 66 Lake Street, prepared by Fowling Corp., dated May 24th, 2024. Review matters presented, votes may be taken. I'll entertain a motion to open this public hearing.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Mr. Moreta, the floor is yours.
I'm Matt Moreta. I live at 60
Yeah,
Lake.
come to the podium so the cameras can see.
I'm Matt Moreta. I live at 60 Lake Street, and the work being talked about is going to be done on 66 Lake Street. I turned in the RDA and the plan to the DEP, and thank you for coming for the site visit.
All right, so I'll give a little brief explanation of this. I talked to Matt. This has been in the works for a while, and there's a deal that needs to happen with the neighbor to relocate the driveway so both parties are happy and everything goes smooth. So I think it's a minor change. They're moving the driveway over essentially maybe 30 feet and reconnecting it to the existing driveway and revegetating the other driveway. So he'll have his own driveway, the neighbor will have their own driveway, and everybody will be happy campers. Pretty good summary?
Very accurate.
Yeah.
So yeah, we did a site visit on Saturday. It's pretty straightforward. The plans, we all had seen the plans on the commission, and you know, it was straightforward, and all the erosion control was in place, and
It wasn't going to change, really, the impact.
no, if anything, it's creating impervious surface and revegetating already existing impervious surface.
Yeah, I didn't see really any impact from that, so.
Okay. Anybody from the public here to comment? No. All right. I'll entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
I'll entertain a motion to issue a negative determination.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
It's unanimous. You're all set. Mr.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
See you, man.
When you guys install the erosion control, just let Joanne know, and somebody will go down and check just to make sure it's installed already.
No problem.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, next on the agenda, stormwater on 550 Main Street, peer review update, review matters presented, votes may be taken. I haven't spoke to Bill on this. Joanne hasn't heard anything.
Yeah.
in a sense. No news is good news. I think they have a plan still in place. I'm sure Bill will update us definitely at the next meeting. Maybe we'll have Steve come in just to give us an update as to what's going on.
I was over there after our site visit
Okay.
on Saturday, so.
Good.
Yeah, just to
All right,
take a
excellent.
look, yeah.
So we'll just keep it on the agenda.
Yeah, we'll see.
So that would be July 24th. Oh,
Well-
June, potentially July 24th.
Right.
June,
Yeah.
July 10th, if
Could be just for
nothing.
discussion if we
Yeah,
need.
because
so
we don't
know,
no.
right?
We don't have
Yeah,
any
there's
like
nothing,
specific.
Right.
like,
Mhm.
Okay. On to discussion. Robinson Road Solar. Discussion on screening, plantings, and stabilization. Review matters presented, votes may be taken. So I received a phone call from Jen Ducat about connecting to the grid on the solar project. So she indicated that she acknowledges that there are some things that are not completed on the conservation end. Complete stabilization of the site, plantings taking place, and taking on the site. And yeah, there's some issues out there, and she acknowledged that. And then, I talked to the building inspector has the ultimate sign off on it, and in order for him to do it, he needs us to sign off. We sign off, there's no way to,
No mechanism.
there's no mechanism.
Yeah.
So, talking with the building inspector and others in town, the advice given to me was to ask Navison, not Navison,
No.
Nextdam.
Right.
Nextdam
Yeah.
for a surety in a 53G account for the plantings.
Mm.
And then once the plants take and the site is stabilized and
Right.
everything's
Mhm.
up and up, they can take their money out of the
It
account.
goes away, yeah.
So that was what was recommended to me, and that would satisfy, I guess, all parties, And it would give us some,
They're in agreement?
I haven't spoken to Jennifer, but I
I know they
think,
rushed to get it done.
I think it's reasonable. I asked her for a timeline of when all, the planting and everything's gonna be done, obviously in the fall. Can't do it right now, so
Yeah.
I'm waiting to hear back from her. I haven't spoken to her,
Hmm.
so. But they do want to connect, and I think if we
Well,
go,
I'd say if there's a surety in place, then,
yeah.
I mean, it gives us some leverage to
Right.
ensure.
In the same sense, they have other projects in town, they're not going anywhere. It's not like this is
I
the-
feel the same way,
You know.
I guess, but
Yeah, but we
again, to
Right.
cover our
hold the heels to the grindstone.
CYA, so to speak, right?
Right, to CYA,
Yeah.
that's what was recommended, so, I guess I'll entertain a motion to agree to sign off on the
Yeah.
connection pending a $20,000?
Well, yeah, that would be the, right, yeah.
That's what I say,
I mean,
we gotta determine that amount.
Yeah, that would be the only other thing, right?
Right.
I mean, that's why I was curious what they were in agreement with as far as that goes.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I mean.
All right, how about this?
I can't say.
I don't, all right, how about this?
Hmm.
I'll entertain a motion to sign off on the connection pending a
Contingent. so to speak.
contingent on a surety of an equal value to the plantings
Stabilization, yeah.
Relocation.
in the site stabilization.
I think you gotta give it a number of 20,000.
You think so? Yeah.
Yeah.
Would be adequate?
Yeah.
Everett?
You gotta give it a number.
Okay, no, I don't know what it is, that's
Well,
the
neither do we,
problem,
but
yeah.
I think a number, we need to put a number in.
Okay,
20,000.
all right then, okay,
I think that is reasonable.
yeah.
Okay,
I'll make a motion.
okay.
All right, I'll second it, yeah,
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
okay.
that's unanimous. Okay. Next agenda item, Buzzards Bay Coalition. Discussion on conservation grant partnership regarding 89 South Main Street. Review of matters presented, votes may be taken. Mr. Chestnut,
Yes, sir.
how you doing?
How's it going?
Good. Floor is yours.
All right. Here's some of the maps of the, yeah.
Quite a few.
Maybe 140, 45, yeah, okay.
Yeah, he had asked how many members there were, so
I have some extra too if you need.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said 7. I didn't know that at the time that everybody was gonna, not everybody's gonna be here. Mr. Chester, the floor is yours.
Hi, I'm John Chester. I'm a project manager with the Buzzards Bay Coalition. I'm here because we have the property that's highlighted on that map. We have that under contract for purchase, and we're going to want to put it to conservation. And one of the funding sources that we're thinking about pursuing is the DCR Conservation Partnership Grant, which requires the conservation restriction to be held by the municipality or a partner. And so we're here to ask the Conservation Commission to agree or to entertain the idea of holding the conservation restriction on this property once we acquire it. And so we would need like a letter to submit with the grant in the middle of July. It's from a representative of the Concom saying we want to work with the coalition on this project. I think it's pretty straightforward. It's a parcel that the coalition has had their eyes on. Has it's very high priority. It has been for a long time. It's got all kinds of recreational and conservation adaptation benefits. Any questions or comments? I'm happy to try to answer. So.
No, I think it's great because it abuts,
Yeah, I mean, it's going to expand on what's already
Yeah.
right.
in
So
conservation.
I guess my biggest question is, there are structures on the property.
Yeah.
Are those to remain under the restriction?
No, if we get the grant, it would be required that they'll be taken down.
Is that all?
So they're only going to be taken down, they're not going to be sold?
Not if we no, they will not be sold. They'll be removed as part of the conservation restriction.
Well,
If we, if it works, I guess, if we're successful in the
yeah,
pursuits.
Okay.
it's pretty-
There's a house that's in kind of pretty rough shape down in the southwestern corner, and
Yep.
a lot of that debris kind of there is not actually there when you're actually there. It's just
Yeah, no.
an older satellite image.
It is, yeah.
No, they cleaned it up when the EPA was in there. And, I'm very familiar with the whole area. Well, that's great. All right, I guess, is there gonna be trails cut in, like similar to other?
The idea is that we would eventually extend that, because there's.
Yeah, the trail slopes pretty much at the power lines.
From the back of the
Yeah.
COA.
Yep,
Yeah, and as you see in the context map, there's a couple things that aren't highlighted as existing protected lands, but those are utility owned or town owned. So
Yeah,
it's
they
really
are,
great.
obviously,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a great corridor, kind of.
The watershed, right?
It is.
Yeah.
okay. I guess my biggest question was the structures on the property,
Yeah.
if those,
And then the abutting property. Is that an encroachment at all from?
There's as far as I understand, it has been resolved.
Oh, okay.
We would not
No,
close,
I'm
we would not
just
close the
curious.
purchase
Yeah,
of that until
just gotta-
it's
yeah,
totally,
you know.
yeah,
issue.
we've had some issues with.
Yeah.
Prior, yeah.
I sit across from Alan and Brendan, so
Okay.
I've heard a lot of the.
All right, yeah. I mean, it was resolved.
Yeah, and so we would make sure that before we
Oh,
took the
yeah,
fee simple, like we
awesome.
were,
Right.
if there was an
Great.
issue, that we
Yeah.
were in the middle of doing the due diligence.
That's great.
right now
Right.
for the project.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of open space and conserving stuff like this. I think this is a great spot. So I guess you said you need to know by July 15th, or July 15th was the deadline, I think.
The grant application is due July 15th.
So we can agree to this, the Concom, but I think ultimately the Board of Selectmen has the final say.
Okay.
They have a meeting on July 9th.
Okay.
So I'll reach out to their chair and have it put on the agenda if you'd like, if the commission's in agree to take on the restriction, then
Right.
reach out to them and, yeah. Okay.
Definitely be there.
It'll be in this room on July 9th, I don't know what time, but
Okay.
ultimately, they have the final say, but our recommendation weighs heavy with them, I would say. Okay, I'll entertain a motion to pursue the grant.
Yeah.
Grant.
I have one question.
Okay. What do you got?
Looking at these photographs,
Yeah.
looks like the Cardozo trustees have actually infiltrated the property.
That's what I.
Yeah, we just talked about it. Yeah, I guess it's been resolved.
Right,
Okay.
he's, yeah.
Because they need a right of way to get in and out too, and
Yeah,
the
that's,
right of way goes through
Yeah, is
this
it-
property.
There is
right.
a right of way for them on the.
On the
basically
north,
where that
the
driveway
northeast
kinda-
side?
yeah.
Okay. As long as they have a right of way to get into their
Yeah.
property,
That's it.
I'm also
Okay.
on board with that.
All right,
Yeah.
Okay, I will entertain a motion to pursue the grant partnership and accept the conservation restriction and recommend to the selectmen to do the same.
Yeah, so moved, yes.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, that's unanimous.
Thank you so much.
I'll reach out to the
Thank you.
chair and get you on their agenda for the 9th so that there's plenty of time and
Okay.
all the documents can be signed.
Perfect.
Thank you, John, I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Have a nice night.
You too. Okay, other business. Any other business that may properly come before the commission not reasonably anticipated when posting 48 hours prior to the meeting? We got a couple things here. We got a letter. Oh,
Do you have any business for the commission?
We just wanted to observe the meeting.
Okay.
oh,
Excellent.
that's great.
Great.
All right, first order of business that came in unexpectedly was a letter from the Division of Marine Fisheries. They, just to summarize, they are putting some fish in cages,
Yeah, some traps, right?
and they're gonna, well, all right, I'll read the letter real quick. The letter to inform the Acushnet Concom that they'll be conducting a research in New Bedford Harbor, Squanton Creek, Mass, as part of the collaboration between my lab and the University of California, Davis, the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institute, and science at the Environmental Protection Agency, Atlantic Coastal Environmental Sciences Division, Laboratory, and Narragansett, Rhode Island. Specifically, we aim to place 10 or 12 small cages containing adult mummichogs in the mouth of waterways for 2 weeks, give or take, to assess how the environment impacts gut microbiome communities and fish. The caging design has been tested to ensure the fish is not able to escape. Furthermore, the cages will be marked for easy identification. They were just letting us know. So that seems pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Next letter we got in, dated June 24th, is a notification letter for a Acushnet pole replacement on behalf of N-Star Electric. Eversource's right away, Board of Ed Wetland, 2 utility poles, and this is an exempt activity because they're just taking it out, put it in. The location of that is
Northwest of Main Street.
northwest of Main Street. It says the pole numbers, but that is not English to me. Anyways, it's a courtesy letter to let us know that they're,
The process, yeah.
yes. All right, and finally, moments ago, we got a letter. I got the email probably around 4 o'clock. From Natural Heritage. To summarize, there's going to be some work going on from Mendel Road all the way through Mattapoisett, heading east. And Natural Heritage will not render a final decision until the MEPA process is complete. So they're just letting us know that they're aware of the project. They must be disturbing more than 5,000 square feet because MEPA is involved, and they're just letting us know that they're waiting on that process. So there's that. Future business. Due to the holiday and no legal advertisement, the next meeting, if needed, of the Conservation Commission will be on July 10th. If not, our next meeting is July 24th. The next meeting, July 10th, potentially, is a discussion-only meeting to be held here, located at 122 Main Street, Acushnet, Mass. So there's that. And our final order of business executive session under General Law, Chapter 30A, subsection 21A3, to discuss strategy with respect to pending litigations in Carver Park Drive LLC. If an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the litigating position of the public body and the chair so declares, and the commission will not return to public session at the conclusion of executive session, votes may be taken. I'll entertain a motion to enter executive session.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, roll call vote.
Christian, yay.
Never, aye.
Brian, aye.
Heidi, aye.
Okay, we are now in executive session.